Hey friends! Quick question. What do you think is the most common thing programmers handle every day? Numbers? Nope. Objects? Maybe. But what we really touch all the time are strings. Text, names, messages, words. Without them, the web would be pretty quiet, right? And today, we are diving into the amazing world of strings in JavaScript. And I promise, by the end of this video, you'll be thinking, wait, strings can do that too? Stick around because there's a little fun coding challenge at the end waiting just for you. Alright, first things first. What exactly is a string? In the simplest way, a string is just text. You can write your name, a message, or any kind of text, and it's all stored as a string in JavaScript. Here is how it looks in code. Cool, here are our files, the HTML file, which is our template, and the script file. In our script file, I'll declare a variable using the let keyword. Of course, you can also use the const keyword if it's a constant. Then the variable name, for example. Then as the value, here I'll type my name wrapped in double quotes. Next, another variable called message, the assignment operator, equal sign. Then here as the value, we'll type hello world. Yep, you can use both single quotes or double quotes, both work the same way. And if you want to get fancy, you can even use backticks. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's see what we can do with the strings. First up, finding out how long a string is. Easy peasy. Okay, here I'll first plug one of these variables, for example, message. In the next line, I would like to get the length of this string. So again, I'll type in the variable name and then dot length. And I'll save the file. And now let's see. There's also here, I'll right click on the blank page, click on inspect and go to the console tab. Here we see this is the value of this variable, message, as you can see here. And then 13 is the length of this string. That's right. Dot length tells you how many characters there are. And guess what? You can grab any character from a string using its position, starting at 0, not 1. Here, we can access the characters using their position. First, we type in the variable name, then square brackets, and in between, for example, 0, if you want to access the first character, or, for example, the 7th character. Again, keep in mind, this starts from 0. If I save the file, here you see we get H because, yeah, the first character is H, and then the 7th, starting at 0, let's count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a space, and then W is the 7th. Funny, right? Computers count like this. 0, 1, 2, 3. They're weird like that. Okay, now for the cool stuff. String methods. These are like superpowers for your text. Let's run through the most useful ones. Want to shout? Use toUpperCase. Whisper? Use toLowerCase. Easy. Here, first I'll comment out previous lines. Declare a new variable. World is JavaScript. Then we have console log word dot to uppercase. Don't forget the parentheses. After that, console.log word dot to lowercase. I'll save the file, and here you see the changes. When your string feels a little chubby, trim cuts the extra space. Nice and clean. I'll comment out these lines, and let's declare a new variable, messy, then some spaces here, hello there, and again some more spaces. After that, console.log the variable name dot trim, which actually removes these extra spaces. So if I save the file, here you see the nice and clean string. Super handy for checking if a word is hiding inside your string. Imagine that we have a phrase, for example, that phrase, and then I love coding. Then we want to check whether it contains a word, for example, phrase that includes. And here we insert that specific word, for example, love, and let's also copy this line, paste it here. I would like to also check for another word, hate, for example. If I save it, here you see for the first one, since love is included in that phrase, we get true, and for the second one, we get false because hate is not included in this phrase. Like slicing pizza, but less tasty. Here again, I'll comment out these lines, then I'll declare a variable food, which is pizza, and then food dot slice, and here we need to give it two numbers. The first one is the position of the first character that we want to include. So we want to include the first character, which is capital P, and then the second number is the position of the first character that we want to exclude. So for example, 2. So here we want to include P and move forward and exclude the character which is in the second position, starting with 0, keep in mind. So this is the first Z character. So here what we will get is P. Let's see, I'll save it, and here you see that instant mood changer. Let's declare another variable. Let's text I like cats. Here I would like to replace cats with dogs, maybe. So console.log here the variable name text.replace, then I would like to replace cats with dogs. I'll separate these two words with a comma. So here I'll save the file, and here you see that we get the new string I like dogs instead of I like cats. Remember those backticks I mentioned? They let you mix variables and strings easily. No plus signs needed. Here again I'll comment out these lines, and imagine that we want to say hello to a user. And since the user's name changed, we want to do it dynamically. So here we need to first store the user's name in a variable, Maria, for example, and then we have two solutions for that. First one is to use string concatenation. So, for example, let come, then we can say hello, and then maybe a space, then the plus sign, and then the user, again plus sign, and the exclamation mark. The more modern approach is to use template literals. So modern will come, maybe. We can use backticks. So like this instead of single quotes or double quotes. Then hello, and we insert a space, and then we can use the $sign together with curly braces. And inside of curly braces, we can insert the variable name. So here we have user, and in the end, we can also insert the exclamation mark. So here I'll save the file, and I also should log this variable. So first welcome, and then oops, modern will come. And you see the results are exactly the same: clean, clear, and modern. Once you try this, you won't go back to the ugly string plus string messes. Alright, coding challenge time. It's a small program that asks for your first name and prints welcome your name in uppercase. Please use template literals. Post your solutions below in the comments. I'll read them all. And that's it for strings in JavaScript. Simple but super powerful. If you learned something today, smash that like button so YouTube knows this was helpful, and hit the subscribe for more joyful coding content like this. In the next video, we'll talk about booleans in JavaScript. See you in the next one. Keep coding and stay awesome.